channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I set up my March bullet journal theme. This month of March is extra special to me because I based my theme off of my recent trip to Vietnam and Cambodia, and each weekly spread shows drawings and doodles from a different place that I visited. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how I drew all those videos and show you pictures as well from my trip that inspired this monthly setup. If you're wondering how I created the skeleton or the setup for this month, I've created a video previous to this about the layout for March, so be sure to check out that video. I've linked it in the description box below. And also at the end of this video, I have an extra little surprise, another page that I don't share in the main video that I'm going to share with you guys at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe down below, and let's get right to it. I'm going to save the cover page for last, so let's start with the weekly spreads. For this first week, I have Sapa, which is in the northwest of the country. I took an overnight train here to begin my trek, which is one of the most popular things to do there. And we trekked for 4 days through these rice paddies and fields. I trekked with a local guide, and even though it was foggy, unfortunately I actually never saw the mountains, it was still one of the highlights of my trip because I got to meet local people and really immerse myself in the local culture. I actually stayed overnight in local homes, and it was an incredible experience to meet these people who live such a different life than mine. Water buffalo. My guide told me that these buffalo are really key to any family's livelihood and that each buffalo costs several $1,000s, but they use the buffaloes to help plow the rice terraces during the harvest. And here I'm drawing a wall hanging that I bought from my guide's niece. We went to her sister's house for lunch and she made us lunch, and so I bought some handicrafts from her. This wall hanging was handmade with the hemp plant, my guide told me, and they use the indigo plant, which they grow, to make that dark, almost black dye around the edge. After finishing my trek in Sapa, I took an overnight train and a bus to go over to Halong Bay, which is on the east coast of northern Vietnam. And so my second week spread of March is inspired by the day I spent on Halong Bay. I took a boat, we did some kayaking, and it was just all around an amazing day. After this, I headed down to Hue, which is further down the coast. I unfortunately wasn't able to film this week's, but I took some photos at different stages, and this week's spread was inspired by the ancient imperial city and citadel that I saw there. After Hue, I actually continued in Vietnam, but I decided to change the order because the spread that I laid out for this week worked a bit better for Angkor Wat, which was in Siem Reap in Cambodia. Of course, this is the famous Angkor Wat temple, and so I'm sketching out the temple that we visited. This is a photo from the back side of the temple, and then on the front side there was palm trees, and so in this spread I sort of combined the two of them. The temple was so ornate and incredible, and there was no way I could draw all the details. It was just way too intricate, so I had to take some artistic liberties to simplify it a bit. But I hope that this drawing does it justice. Back to Vietnam, my last stop was Hoi An, which is about halfway down the coast of Vietnam. This is a very famous city for a lot of tourists to visit. It was incredibly beautiful, and there were so many different components that I wanted to include, so I have a lot of different sketches on this page. One of the most famous things that Hoi An is known for is the lanterns, and I was lucky enough to be there for the Lantern Festival. This was the evening of the Lantern Festival. It happens once a month, and although the boats and the lanterns are lit up every night, I don't think they have these candles every night, although I'm not entirely sure. But I felt lucky to be there for this Lantern Festival, and so we were able to buy these candles for really cheap as part of our boat ticket, and the idea was to make a wish and then set the candle into the water.
And finally, the cover page. As I mentioned in the beginning, I always like to leave the cover page for last when I'm setting up my monthly bullet journal spread, just because after I've done each of the weekly spreads, I kind of have an idea of what were my favorite doodles and what turned out best. So I've already drawn out the doodles here, we've already seen them in previous spreads, and now I'm just coloring them in. And at the end of my March setup, I'm adding this notes and highlights page just to add any other notes I have during the month, and also because of this big trip, I wanted to add this highlights page as well.
My March monthly spread. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. This spread means so much to me, and so it really means a lot to me that you guys have watched this video, and I hope you enjoyed watching me create this monthly theme. As a little bonus, I wanted to also show you guys another page that I didn't show in this video, and this is a really cool signature page that I got everybody that I met during my travels to sign this page or draw something based on the things we traveled or things we talked about, and so this page really means a lot to me as well. And the people that I meet on my travels really made the trip for me. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends!